I see the possibility. And so I don't know what you're going through in your life. And God is metaphorically telling you, I got Derek Coleman on the way. I know somebody who knows Derek Coleman. And you're like, no, I don't believe that, God. We give you the word, tell you what the word says, and you say, no, I don't believe it. I don't believe it's true. Maybe for Max, but not for Brandon. Maybe for Brandon, but not for Patricia. Maybe for Patricia, but not for that table. Maybe for that table, but not for me. Maybe for everybody in the whole world, but not for me. Anybody ever get that crazy, gloomy, depressive, cynical type thinking? Not for me. I met a fellow who used to be on death row. Now you put that together, that's a blessing all by itself. I met a fellow that didn't simply have a couple of life sentences. He had death pronounced over his life. He was in Louisiana prison on death row. Well, if I met him, he must have what? He must have came back from death row, see? Only believe. Don't doubt, believe. Don't care how crazy it is. Believe. Believe it can happen for you. Believe God can make a way for you. That's another story. I'll tell you. I got plenty of TED stories, but I won't tell you no TED story. We was on a restaurant in New Orleans called Brown Sugar Bistro. And during that time, we had a big luxury coach like you might see at the concerts. They drive up in. So anyway, we had a guy who used to drive us. And so anyway, we were in New Orleans, and this day, we wanted to go by the casino there. Not to gamble, just to eat. I used to go all the time, not to gamble, but to eat. So anyway, we went to the casino, and this big old coach, and boy, they think we somebody. You know, we ain't coming in our pocket. You know, we just look like we got something. So, and man, they run out, and they give us all this attention, and we just there to eat something. No big deal. And man, they just lavish all this attention on us. All kinds of attention. Because they decided that we were what? We were somebody. So we make all the excuses in the world. You know, we got to park this big bus, and maybe we'll come back later. They said, no, let the driver go park. We give you our limousine. So they give us a limousine, because they just know I'm about to spend some money in this casino and gamble. And I'm just stopping by there to eat. So we get the limousine. So I go by the Iberville Projects. And there's a lady there, and I haven't talked to her in years. Her name is Miss Gail. And Miss Gail lived in the Iberville Projects, right outside of, the French Quarter, New Orleans. So, and her son, Derek Garner, worked for us as a chef. So anyway, we went and picked up Miss Gail. So Miss Gail, you want to gamble today? She said, yeah, baby, I want to gamble. So put in the car, gave her maybe $50 or something, not much money. Told her, this your limousine, told the driver, take her wherever she want to go. Miss Gail got in the car, went to pick up her friend, they rode all around New Orleans, and then they ended up going to the casino and gambling. I don't know if they took them back home now, but we went and gambled and had fun. But I'm just saying how people will try to size you up and tell you who you are, and half the time they're going to be wrong. When they think you got that money, you might not have it. When they think you don't, you probably do have it. People will try to size you up, but don't you play that game on yourself.
Yes, sir.
Only believe who God says you are.
Amen.
Don't do like they did. Don't see what they saw. I want you to see who you really are and that you're really great sitting there in that chair. You're really great. Oprah Winfrey didn't have a so-called great start. And look at her, she made it. Jay-Z didn't have a so-called great start. And he made it. LeBron James didn't have a father and a mother and a house with a 2-car garage and a little dog in the backyard and all that good stuff. But boy, he sure made it, didn't he? Believe. I want you to see what Jesus saw. I want you to see what Jesus saw. And so we read a little bit further.